Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind, our girls 5A lacrosse standout video. As always, we're presented by Tab Bank and Tribal West Lacrosse. Tribal West has you covered from head to toe, whatever lacrosse needs you have. They even have an indoor shooting cage where you can test your gear out, see if you can record one of the top shots in their shooting cage. And of course, you got to try the great ball machine. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go visit Tribal West Lacrosse in Sandy for all of your lacrosse needs. Dane Stewart here, Tim Haslam here with you. Our standout video, an opportunity for us to talk about three players who really stood out in the early part of the year in 5A girls lacrosse. Tim, I'm going to let you start. Who are the three players standing out to you in the early part of this 2026 season?
Went with a couple teammates to start things off, Jordan Hughes and Lily Henderson from West Jordan, both seniors. Both had impressive weeks. West Jordan played 3 games this week. Hughes had 7 points, 9 points, 8 points, respectively, 21 goals, 3 assists, likely to hit 150 goals in her career this upcoming week. She's just a couple away from that. And then Lily Henderson, 7 points, 11 points, 4 points in these 3 games. She has 220 career goals, which is pretty impressive. She is also 7-3 on the tennis court last fall. I love the dual sport athletes. Then another dual sport athlete. This one's she's going to Colorado Mesa to play basketball, but it's Sophie Nielsen from Brighton. Called her game last night, just incredible. Was absolutely dominant. 7 goals against Copper Hills this week, 8 goals against Bingham. Takes all the draws for Brighton. Just an excellent player. Really impressed with her skills. She almost had a hockey goal, and we were joking with her after if she scored it, we were going to call the hockey coach to see if she could be a 3-sport athlete. But just a couple, 3 great players in the state in this 5A level. Super excited to see what comes for these girls in their future.
Tim, was it Lily Henderson you said had 212 career goals? Is that right?
220 career goals so far.
Yep. So right now, we're recording this on Saturday, March 28th. As of that number and this date, she's 3rd in state history, and she's just 16 behind Brooklyn Suttlemeyer. Just to give you a feel for how many goals she scored. And she's what, 220? She's 45 behind Catherine Fawcett, who's your state record holder at 265. So, man, that record feels like that could be within reach for her this year, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not certain how many games are left, maybe at least 10. So she just has to score 4.5 in each game, which is certainly doable.
It's a lot, but the pace that she's been on for her career, certainly capable. That'll be a fun chase to watch as the year unfolds. All right, hey, great list. Love your list. Those 3 have really stood out for their team all year long, had big weeks this week. I also was going to go with Sophie Nielsen. We saw her against Bingham. She was great on the draw. Obviously had 8 goals in that one, the 7 against Copper. She had a big week. Let me give you a couple other players that stood out to me this week. Let's go with Fremont. Fremont had a game against Harriman this week. Tough battle for the Silver Wolves. They got the win, 13-11 in this one. But how about the game for Bailey Sargent? She had 5 goals and 2 assists, 7 points in the game, which you say, hey, that's a great night for Bailey. She also was 750 on the draw. She won 15 of 20 draws, really helping Fremont establish that possession, get the win. Bailey Sargent doing it from the spot and finding the back of the goal. Big night for her in the win for the Fremont Silver Wolves. Bailey Sargent, one of my standouts from this week. And then we're gonna share some love here. We're gonna go with teammates. Vince always loves it when I do this. The proud alma mater of one Jeff Hansen, the Clearfield Falcons, had a nice 16-5 win this week over Bonneville, but it was the performances of Jenica Wagstaff. The senior had 6 goals in that one, and her fellow senior, Kaylee Jensen, who had 5 goals. That duo linking up for 11 goals for Clearfield as they got the nice win over Bonneville 16-5. So I guess I have 4 that way. So 4 standouts. Sorry, Tim. Sophie Nielsen, congratulations to her. Bailey Sargent, Jenica Wagstaff, and Kaylee Jensen rounding it out. Great to be able to talk about some players on teams that we don't get to see very often, we don't get to cover very much. And Wagstaff and Jensen, a pair of those. And, of course, Bailey Sargent, remember her big-time goal for Fremont a couple years ago in the playoffs. And she's been a fantastic player for them for a number of years now. So we got experience, got a lot of seniors on our standout list this week, Tim.
Yeah, and it's paying off. All those times hitting the wall in the backyard, you can see it paying dividends for these girls, and just excited for them and the weeks they had, and looking forward to what will come as the season progresses.
Who are standouts that you saw or that have stood out to you in the early part of the year? Hit us up in the comments. Let us know, and we'll make sure to include them on our next 5A girls standout video. Next week, we'll have our 4A standouts on both the boys and girls side, as well as our 4A rankings. And of course, you can join us on KSLSports.com or on the KSL Sports app for live game streams, as we'll bring you live streams each and every week across the state as we take you all the way to state championships. For Vince Francis, Tim Haslam, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you so much for joining us here on our 4A Girls Lacrosse Standouts video presented by Tab Bank and Tribal West Lacrosse.